How we going, people? You good? Of course you are, because it's Beer Monster O'Clock. And today I'm going to be reviewing a very special beer. Or you could say, they're at it again. It's Gurkha Premium Lager Beer, 4.8%, brewed to cut the sharpest first. It's a 660ml bottle of lager in a splendid green bottle. Right, let's read the spill. I don't normally do this, but I had a little look before the review, and sometimes it's worth reading that. And this one is one of them cases, so bear with me and listen to the spill on the back of this beauty. For over 200 years, the world's famous Gurkha warriors from Nepal have served the British and the Indian Army. Ever since then, an enduring bond of friendship between Britain, India and Nepal has flourished. The epic tales of courage and bravery, the reputation of the mighty Gurkha has become legendary. Inspired by the majestic Himalayas, the ancestral land of the Gurkha, our crisp and refreshing beer is a fitting tribute to the proud loyal Gurkha soldier. Gurkha beer, the taste of the Himalayan spirit. Enjoy. I missed a bit. Brewed and bottled in the UK for Gurkha Beer Limited. They're at it again. It's another scumbag beer. Bush. And guess what? Because I see it's brewed in the UK, I thought I'd dig a bit deeper into this. Some of you may know that lager is up to 96% water, right? It's between 90 and 96% water, right? The water in this beer is not from Nepal, it's from the UK. So the UK's water is like swamp water. It's no good for brewing bloody lagers. So it's 96% British already, because it uses British water, the main bloody ingredient, 96%, possibly up to, right? So I thought I'd investigate, where does the other 4% potentially of them ingredients come from? Are the hops and the malts at least from Nepal? Do we have a 4% Nepal beer at least? We will have a little bit of a Nepalese beer, if that's what they even classed as, to enjoy. Now, I'll read this bit down. The malts are from West Sussex, sourced from West Sussex, and the hops are sourced from East Sussex. What a disgusting, filthy piece of crap. Hopefully the beer's nice, but, you know, just for God's sake, stop giving us these fake bloody beers. There's not one single thing about this beer that's from Nepal or Gurkha or whatever. That fella on the front is the only thing about this beer that's from Nepal. And even he might be made up. You don't know really, do you? Hopefully he ain't. Hopefully he's a war hero. But you get the point. They're having a bloody laugh. It's like the Nepal Madri. At least Madri's in a brown bottle, for Jesus Christ. But I love the effort they made with the bottle cap. None. Absolutely none. Ugh. Right, let's crack her open. Sorry, but I do like to name and shame these beers. You watch it, it'll be fucking lovely now. I doubt it. But I will be honest, if I like it, I like it. It's got that slightly skunked aroma to it already that you get from the green bottles. So obviously they put it in a green bottle because that's what we all wanted, not. They don't care. These companies, they don't care. To be fair, it actually looks quite decent in the glass. It's got a bit of head to it. Seems to be maintaining fairly small bubbles, actually. I'm going to go. There's a look at your beverage in the glassware. White head. It's just an average looking lager, really. It doesn't look like a piece of crap or nothing, does it? It's just your average looking lager. let's get the nose in there and check out the aromas of this Nepal beer. Not. It's a little bit skunky. Smells a bit farmy. It smells like hay or something. And like grainy, like cereal sort of maltiness. Yeah, it smells like a bloody farm. It could be worse though, couldn't it? It could smell like a bag of shit. Anyway, let's try it. It's all in the taste, isn't it, at the end of the day? I'm not expecting anything from this lager. I'm sure it's going to be awful, but you never know. I will give it, if it's nice, I'm not just going to hate it just because it's a lying scumbag. Bash. Okay. It's not good. But it's better than some of the other fake lagers that have appeared within the last few years. It's better than Cruz Campo. So it's better than a bag of shit, basically. Which isn't the highest praise you could give a thing, is it? Give a beer. It's cleaner. It doesn't taste like there's any syrup in it to me. That's a plus. It's cleaner. But there's not much else pluses, unfortunately. There's not much else to sort of mention good about this particular beverage. But it is definitely cleaner than your Madries and your Cruz Campos. It didn't say the ingredients on the bottle, but it doesn't taste syrupy. It's not got that much. For a lager, I'd say light to medium body. It's got quite a decent body for a lager. Would be the other plus point. Once you start thinking about the flavours, that's when the negatives come in. Because, what flavour? It's just quite a clean, for a UK brewed lager, it's quite clean tasting. I'll give it that. But that's kind of because it don't taste like nothing, if you know what I mean. I'm struggling to describe it because there's no flavour here. There's no off flavours, but there's no on flavours either, if you like. It's a bit of a strange one. There's a weak kind of cheap malty taste on the start, giving off a slight sweetness, just somewhat pleasant. As you get towards the end, there's a grassy element to the hops, very basic, but sometimes you're better doing something really basic than doing it terrible. So, you know, this for me is the kind of lager, if you used to go to a restaurant, maybe a Nepal restaurant, and have a curry, this will pair up perfectly with that for me. In fact, if I ever do go to one and this is what I've got, I'll buy it. Because that's what sort of beer this is for me. It's like a bottle of Cobra. It don't really taste like anything, but it's not horrible. Do you know what I mean? So for me, this would be a great beer to have with a curry. But if you're looking for something with a bit of flavour, not so much. Definitely not so much. There's a slight bitterness on the end, but that's really it. Basic sort of sweet maltiness, a grassy taste with a subtle bitterness. That is all I can get from this beer. But sometimes, being a lager, you know, you don't want to overcomplicate things. So I would actually say this has exceeded my expectations after reading the bottle and hearing that story that basically nothing about this beer is actually from Nepal. It's exceeded my expectations going into it that low, but it's still shit. But if you're having a curry, it will do the job, or it's a really hot day and you have it nice and cold, it'll do the job. Thanks, thanks for listening to me slate another beer. But, you know, someone's got to do it, ain't they? But overall, you know, it's an easy drinking lager, but the fakeness is making me hate it. You know, just be honest. Stop trying to fool people. Stop ripping people off. I hate what it stands for, you know, but the beer itself isn't too bad. A score out of 10. You know what, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to be kind. It doesn't taste like much. But let's face it, most beer lagers, macro brew lagers that are brewed in the UK are terrible. You know, it's one of the better ones, but it's still only a 7. I hope you've enjoyed the review. Let me know if you try this lager. What are your thoughts on it? Because I reckon some people will really like this, and there'll be people that don't and just say it don't taste like anything. Do you know what I mean? So it's, yeah, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts, guys. Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It costs you nothing, and it makes me feel very special. Till next time, people. Bye-bye, darlings. Bush.